Bad for them?
I'll go back and I'll show them. Just let me see what I can see here on this one. Okay, this is a female. Female has a V-shaped uterus. Okay, so these are the uterine horns. Okay. At the tips of the horns are the little ovaries, which is right here. Little ovary. The ovary is surrounded by that. That's the oviduct. Okay. The uterine horns are actually attached to the back body wall by 3 major ligaments. This one right here, what's left of it, should be attached all along here. That's called the broad ligament. Then there's a ligament here. That's the ovarian ligament. It's attached right to the ovary. And then there's a little one down here somewhere. I think, actually I don't see that ligament. Oh, here it is. Right there. That's called the round ligament. Okay, so if you can visualize, if this is the uterus, okay, there's a ligament up here holding the ovaries up, okay? Then there's the broad ligament, which goes all this, from here all the way down to the back body wall. And then at the bottom of that, there's a round ligament that attaches everything at the bottom. Okay, so it's ovarian ligaments, broad ligaments, round ligaments at the bottom. Okay, and that just, all of those just hold that uterus up in place, which is really important if it's filled with little babies. You have to keep it in place. Okay? So where these uterine horns meet, right here, that's the body of the uterus. Okay, right in here. And then below the body of the uterus, down here, this has been opened up for you, but down here is the vagina. And in a cat, and again, this has been cut open, it should be like this. This is the bladder of the cat, and this is the urethra, which is the tube leading out of the bladder. That actually joins with the vagina in a cat, and there's one external opening. Okay? So then if we look at her kidney, this is the kidney. It hasn't even been prosected out yet. On this side a little bit. Okay. So here's the kidney. Here's the ureter coming out. And you can see those ureters on each side here and here. They run right into that bladder and then out through the urethra. Okay? If we take a closer look at the kidney structure, this is a cow kidney. Okay? It's surrounded on the outside by a membrane, call it the capsule. This part right here, this little indent part, that's called the hilus. And that's where your renal vein and your renal artery and your ureter come out. Okay? And we open it up. This outer layer right here is the renal cortex. And all this stuff in here is medulla. In the medulla we have these triangular shaped regions. These are called the renal pyramids. And it's at the tips of the pyramids where the filtrate is going to drip out. And it's going to collect in a little space right at the end called a minor calyx. That's going to drain deeper into what's called a major calyx. And eventually everything drains into this large area right here. You have to kind of picture it closed. It's like a big balloon. Okay? This central area, that's called the renal pelvis. And then the filtrate exits through the ureter. Okay? And these areas here that separate the pyramids, those are called the renal columns. It's actually cortex tissue coming down. It separates the pyramids from one another. Okay? Now we have a human model. Let me go get a model and show you that
too. Maybe she's just leaving right there.
Here's the model of the human kidney. Again, here's the capsule on the outside. So here's the hilus. That's where your renal artery and vein and your ureter come out. This is the outer part. This is the renal cortex. All this in here is medulla. Okay. Here's the renal pyramids. Okay. And you can see the renal columns, the cortex material coming down in between the pyramids. The tips are the papillae, right? And that filtrate initially is going to drip right here, in the minor calyx. That leads into a larger space, like right in here, called the major calyx. And eventually that drains into this big open area in here, called the renal pelvis. And then it exits through the ureter. Okay? Got it?